Can
you start, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Srimatam Swagadaha Krishnaha Punya Savana Kirtanaha Hridayantasto Iha Bhadrani Vidunoti Suhrisatam Nashtaprayisava Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatuttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishaki. Today I'll be reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 7, verse 55 to 58. Maitreya Uvacha Evam Bhagavatadishtaha Prajapati Harim Architva Kratunasvena Devan Ubhayato Yajet. Synonyms: Maitreya Uvacha said, Evam, thus Bhagavata, by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Adishtaha have been instructed, Prajapati Patihi, the head of all Prajapatis, Hari, Architva, after worshipping, Kratuna, with the sacrificial ceremonies, Svena, his own, Devan, the demigods, Ubhayataha, separately, Ayajat, worship. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The translation. The sage Maitreya said, thus Daksha, the head of all Prajapatis, have been nicely instructed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, worshipped Lord Vishnu. After worshipping him by performing the prescribed sacrificial ceremonies, Daksha separately worshipped Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. Purport. Lord Vishnu should be offered everything, and his prasada should be distributed to all demigods. This practice is still followed in the temple of Jagannatha at Puri. There are many temples of demigods around the main temples of Jagannatha, and the prasada which is offered first to Jagannatha is distributed to all the demigods. The deity of Bhagavan is worshipped with the prasada of Vishnu, and also in the famous Lord Shiva temple of Bhuvaneshwara, prasada of Lord Vishnu or Lord Jagannatha is offered to the deity of Lord Shiva. This is the Vaishnava principle. The Vaishnava does not deride even ordinary living entities, including the small ant. Everyone is offered proper respect according to his position. The offering, however, is in the relation to the center, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna or Vishnu. The devotee who is highly elevated sees the relationship to Krishna in everything. He does not see anything as being independent of Krishna. This is his vision of oneness. Text 56. Rudram cha svena bhagena hi upadayat samahitaha karmano davasnena somapan itaran api udayasva sahat sahatavigbihi tasnav avarbratam tataha. Synonyms: Rudram, Lord Shiva, Cha, and Svena, which is owned, Bhagena, shared. He, since Upadavat, he worshipped. Samahitaha, with concentrated mind. Karmana, by the performance. Udavasanena, by the act of finishing. Somapan, demigods, Itaran, other, Api, even. Udavasya, after finishing. Saha, along with. Ritvik, Ritvik Bihi, with the priest. Sasnav, waited. Avarbratam, the Avarbrata, Bath, Tatha, then. Translation. With all respect, Daksha worshipped Lord Shiva with his share of the remnants of the yajna. After finishing the ritualistic sacrificial activities, he satisfied all the other demigods and other people assembled there. Then, after finishing all these duties with the priest, he took a bath and was fully satisfied. Purport. Lord Rudra, Shiva was properly worshipped with his share of the remnants of the yajna. Yajna is Vishnu, and whatever prasada is offered to Vishnu is offered to everyone, even to Lord Shiva. Sridhara Swami also comments in this connection, Svena Bhagnena, the remnants of the Yajna are offered to all demigods and others. Text 57. Tasma api anbhavena svena invapata radase dharma eva matim dattva tridasas te divam yahu tasmat unto him, which is Daksha, api even anvavena by worshipping Supreme Lord Svena by his own eva certainly avaptaradase having attained perfection, dharana in religion, eva certainly matim intelligence datva having given Tridadaha demigods, they those divam to the heavenly planets, Yahuhu went. Translation. Thus, worshipping the Supreme Lord Vishnu by the ritualistic performance of sacrifice, Daksha was completely situated on the religious path. Moreover, all the demigods who had assembled the sacrifice blessed him that he might increase his pity, and then they left. Purport. Although Daksha was considerably advanced in religious principles, he awaited the blessings of the demigods. Thus, the great sacrifice conducted by Daksha needed harmony and peace. Text 58. एवं दाक्षायणी हित्वा सत्वे पर्वत कलेवरम जज्ञे हिमवतः क्षेत्रे मेनयम इति सुश्रुमा एवं तस् दाक्षायणी the daughter of Daksha hitva after giving up sati Purva Kalevaram, her former body, Jajne was born Himavataha of the Himalayas, Kshetra in the white, Menayam in Mena, Iti thus Susruma I have heard. Translation. Maitreya said, I have heard that after giving up the body she received from Daksha, Dakshani, the daughter of his daughter, took her birth in the kingdom of the Himalayas. She was born as daughter of Mena. I heard this from authoritative sources. Purport. Mena is also known as Menaka and is the wife of the king of the Himalayas. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Sarasate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. I would like to seek blessing from all the assembled Vaishnavas and thank you for giving me an opportunity to purify myself. Please forgive me for any shortcoming or adding my own interpretation. I've taken purport from the senior ISKCON devotees. We all know Daksha has accomplished under sacrifice after the whole episode of blaspheming Lord Shiva, who was in his meditation of Supreme Soul. And it also includes chanting on behalf of Daksha Prajapati. However, Daksha Prajapati was ignorant, was in Tamas Guna. Again, after the initial fight that happened, Dakshani wanted to go and visit her father as he was performing second sacrifice. Despite of Lord Shiva giving her a warning of not to go, she went to the sacrifice arena and then gave her up her body. Which again, after hearing a negative comment from Daksha. Now, again, there was a second fight. A lot of people who assembled at the sacrifice arena got injured. They later went to Lord Shiva to pacify, get his blessings. And finally, Daksha had to perform the yajna, which is goat head. And after performing yajna, he got his normal head back. But however, he has to please Lord Narayana and everyone. Couple things that we can see here is one is Nishkama Karma Yoga, which is a selfless, desireless action, and is an action performed without an expectation of fruits or results. And the second thing is, let me continue on Nishkama Karma. And here we see the Nishkama Karma in Indian philosophy, action of karma has been divided into three categories according to their intrinsic qualities or gunas. Nishkama Karma belongs to the first category, which is the Sattva Guna, or the pure or action which add to calmness. The Sakama Karma, mentioning about other karmas, which is self-centered action, comes from second, which is Rajajika, aggression. And Vikama, worst action, comes under the third, Tamasika, which correlates to darkness or inertia. Now, we also see that Nishkama Karma has an important role in Bhagavad Gita. the central text of Mahabharata, where Krishna advocates Niskama Karma Yoga, the yoga of selfless action, as the ideal path to realize the truth. These concepts are vividly described in the following verses. From Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, verse 47. To action alone hast thou a right, and never at all to its fruits. Let not the fruits of action be thy motive, neither let there be in any attachment to inaction. Again, we can see in the following verse in Bhagavad Gita of chapter 2 and verse 48. Fixed in yoga, do thy work, O winner of wealth, Arjuna, abandoning attachment with an even mind in success and failure. For evenness of mind is called yoga. This also is mentioned in chapter 5, verse 11. With the body, with the mind, with the intellect, even merely with the senses, the yogis perform action towards self-purification, having abandoned attachment. He who is disciplined in yoga, having abandoned the fruit of action, attains study. Now, there's also one more topic which was mentioned as the karma kanda or the karma kanda. This is again another section of Vedas that provides or lists the performance of rituals and sacrificial rites for liberation. We also see the same statement in again Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila chapter 3 verse 25. Whatever actions a great man performs, common people follow, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. And we now again, if we see these are some of the beautiful verses of Bhagavatam. Now, some of the instance glories Lord Shiva and his very chested and adorning with a powerful wife Ambika or goddess Durga, as she is also known in this chapter as Sati, which is Dakshani, daughter of Daksha Prajapati. We also know that Lord Shiva is very, very popular personality in our Vedic culture. For the last 5 chapters, we've been hearing about his qualities and greatness. We also know that Lord Shiva is topmost Vaishnava and the word Shiva, means auspicious. Now, the word Lord Shiva is auspicious in many reasons. The primary reason is that he is a partial manifestation of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We can also see another example here. Krishna created the material world. Like first we see the creation wherein living entities are not immediately created. Like a house is built first and then only people started living into it. The same way, Lord Krishna created this performed a creation, and then he created all the living entities. Now, he created all the living entities according to his various desires, and then people are injected into this world who have various material desires. Now, how does this happen is Lord places living beings in this world in by lingam, which is by the glancing. Lord has to just glance, and then all living entities takes birth in this material world. If Lord Krishna thinks he can create any of these, Lord Krishna thinks he can create any of these living beings with his senses. Just glancing through lingam, and here it is none other than Lord Shiva. Where the word lingam is used. We can see Lord Shiva is his own tattva. And Lord Shiva is not exactly as Lord Krishna, as we know, it's a partial manifestation. If you see, there are 2 tattvas. One is the Shiva tattva and another is the Krishna tattva. And Lord Shiva is in special category. Now, this I can explain with a beautiful example of the milk and curd, as we heard in the previous verse, which is verse 54. Kshiram yata dadhi vikara vishesa yogat, sanjayate nahi tataha pratag asti hetohu, yaha sambhutam api tatha samapaiti karyat, govindam adipurusham tam aham bhajami. Just as milk is transformed into curd by the actions of acids, but yet the effect of curd is neither same as not different from its cause, namely milk. So I adore the premier Lord Govinda, of whom the state of Shambhu is a transformation for the performance of the work of destruction. This translation is reasonably accurate with one significant difference. The Sanskrit verse says nothing about destruction or about acids, but I think that's less important. I think that Prabhupada said that the state of Shambhu is a transformation for the performance of the work of destruction, as a deliberate attempt to imply that the destruction is Shambhu's only purpose, which is not, and also says in and Brahmasamhita doesn't say it is. What the Sanskrit actually says is Samupaiti Karya, accept the nature of Shambhu for an active purpose. It doesn't say what active purpose is or it's for destruction. Now here we can see a lot of glories of Lord Shiva. And again, in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are whole chapters adoring, depicting Lord Shiva, fulfilling profound spiritual purposes that have nothing to do with the destruction. So here the word destruction should not be taken in another meaning. It is mentioned for a good reason. The Bhagavatam repeatedly refers to Shiva as the Lord of the universe and the ultimate yogi, and shows his great guru form of Dakshinamurti. Again, we see that Lord Shiva is an expansion of Lord Vishnu, and he is a Guna Avatara who takes charge of this material world in the mode of ignorance, which is the Tamas Guna. He is also celebrated in Srimad Bhagavatam as the greatest of all Vaishnavas. Vaishnavanam Yatasambhu. There are some beautiful verses which I'll just read the purport. Lord Shiva said, "Oh beautiful lady, know that Vishnu, Narada, Bhagavata, Garuda, Padma, Varaha, Purana, Satvika, the Brahmanda, Brahma, Vaivarta, Markandeya, Bhavisha, Vamana, and Brahma Puranas are Rajasika, and Matsya, Kurma, Linga, Shiva, Skanda, and Agni Puranas are Samadhika." So Lord Shiva is explaining about the various Vedas and about the three gunas that they pata. Also, Lord Shiva himself tell to Kumara, which is Kartikeya, that Tamasic Puranas should be accepted as true as long they are in accordance with the Vaishnava, which is the Sattvic Puranas. And here is an exact verse from the Skanda Purana. Shiva Shastraisu Tadgrahyam Bhagavat Shastra Yogiyat Parama Vishnu Eva Kais Tadnanam Moksha Sadhanam Shastranam Nirnayasva Eshas Tad Anyan Mohanaya Hi. These statements of the Shaiva scriptures should be accepted only when they agree with the Vaishnava scriptures. Lord Vishnu is the only Supreme Lord, and knowledge of him is the path of liberation, path to liberation. That is the conclusion of all the scriptures. Another conclusion are meant only to bewilder the people. Srimad Bhagavatam describes Lord Shiva originates from Lord Sankarsana, which is expansion of Balarama, and Lord Shiva always worshipped Lord Sankarsana. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 7, verse 16, in Ilavarta Varsha, Lord Shiva is always encircled by 10 billion maid servants of Goddess Durga, who ministers to him. The quadruple expansion of the Supreme Lord is composed of Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Sankarsana. Sankarsana, the fourth expansion, is certainly transcendental, but because his activities of destruction in the material world are on the mode of ignorance, he is known as Tamasi. The Lord's form in the mode of ignorance. Lord Shiva knows that Shankarsana is the original cause of his own existence, and thus he always meditates upon him in trance by chanting the following mantra. Again, continuing mentioning in the next verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 17, verse 17. The most powerful Lord Shiva says, "O Supreme Personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you in your expansion as Lord Shankarsana. You are the reservoir of all transcendental qualities. Although you are unlimited, you remain unmanifest to the non-devotees." Even verse 18 says, "O my Lord, you are the only worshipable person. For you are the supreme personality of Godhead, the reservoir of all opulences. Your secure lotus feet are the only source of protection for all your devotees, whom you satisfy by manifesting yourself in various forms. O my Lord, you deliver your devotees from the clutches of the material existence. Non-devotees, however, remain entangled in material existence by your will. Kindly accept me as your eternal servant." Uh, one common verse which always makes me more pleasing is Hare Nama Namaiva Kevalam Kalo Nastyeva Gatiranyada. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is the chanting of the holy name of Lord. There is no other way, no other way, no other way. The above statement is a testament and is also revealed in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adilya chapter 3, verse 50. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is repeatedly and clearly said that the essence of religion in the age of Kali is the chanting of the holy name of the Krishna. I would like to stop here. Thank you to all the Vaishnavas who have attended today's Srimad Bhagavatam session. Please accept my apology if I